Spandex, what a clever name. It's an anagram for expands. And that is exactly what the material does. It expands, but better yet, it reverts to its original shape. Today, you find spandex in all kinds of applications. Skiers wear it, swimmers, of course, use it, but we find it in everyday apparel. We find it in shirts. We find it in jeans because it kind of tucks you in wherever you need some tucking in. All right, now for the science here. We go back to the 1950s and the DuPont company. Joseph Shivers was not looking to find some new material for swimwear. He was looking to find an alternate material for women's girdles, which in those days were made of rubber, but rubber was in short supply. So they needed something that was stretchy and that would revert back to its original shape. Now, the DuPont company already had a history of working with giant molecules, so-called polymers. And these polymers, things like nylon and polyester, had already become mainstays of the industry. But now the question was building some kind of a molecule that could stretch and bounce back to its original shape. And Joseph Shivers, working under the directorship of William Schwarcz at DuPont, came up with what we call a block copolymer. These are giant molecules made up of alternating blocks, some of which are very flexible and some are more rigid. Anyway, that's the secret behind spandex. But the reason that really it's so important in the athletic world mostly is in swimming. You may remember in the 2008 Olympics, the American swim team and others as well were dressed in full body suits. Well, this was made of spandex mixed together with some nylon and with some polyurethane. And of course, the idea was to cut down on the drag in water. And the athletes wearing these performed extremely well. Not only did it reduce drag, but it also trapped some air between the suit and the skin, which meant that it buoyed up the swimmer. And of course, air resistance is much less than water resistance. So anyway, there was a battle between different companies. Speedo, of course, was leading the charge, developing these materials to find the best possible suit. And there were controversial issues here as well, because of course not every swimmer had access to these swimsuits. They were very expensive. They would cost $500 to $600 each. And eventually the Swimming Federation said, no, we got to standardize things here. We can't have people wearing full body suits. Others don't have any access to it. So now the full body suits have been outlawed, although they work very well. And there are very stringent requirements about how these swimsuits can be made. At one time, they used to have Teflon panels on them to make them more sleek. What the future holds is really impossible to say because technology will evolve. But right now, you can't have a suit that's full body. Men can't have it go below the knees. But there's still a lot of research that is being done. And what do I make of this research? I do like spandex. Everything I'm wearing today, from my socks to my pants to my shirt, is made of spandex. But when I go swimming, though, I favor something else. It may not expand exactly like spandex, but it does have other desirable